Over the past months, I added almost 40 custom effects for Go High Level website buttons, such as this one right here, and in this video I'm going to show you a couple effects and we are going to recreate them from scratch and for free. So we have here 9 buttons with different effects, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to design them. So let's get started with the first button. It's a really cool background fill animation that changes the background color for a specific button. Let's go into the Go High Level website builder and start creating this design. All you need is to create a button, a very simple button. Go to the advanced tab here and add the custom class Amazing Button Fill. Then all you need is to go here on the custom CSS section and paste this code that you see on the screen. Just pause the video and copy the exact snippet that you see on screen. Or if you have my Notion doc, this is the effect that you are looking for. Advanced button side fill on hover. Of course, if you want my Notion doc, there is a link in the description, and this way you not only get access to these 9 buttons, but also to all these cool effects that I have added here. Not to mention that in here there are almost 40 button effects, and some of them are really cool, and I'll show you a small preview at the end of this video. And moving on to the next button, it's a very subtle shadow, as you can see when you hover. This one, if we check the class, it's called button 7, and if we go on the custom CSS, it's a very simple code, only 2-3 lines that you can copy right away. The next button, as you can see, has a slight zoom in animation. And let's try to do that. We click on it, go to the advanced tab, button 6, and as you can see, button 6 hover has this very simple transform attribute, and here you can modify the value however you want. And of course, don't forget to click save. Of course, if you want to take this effect a step further, you can add a smooth transition to it, just like this. You just use the same class, button 6, and in here just add this transition 1 second. Now if you click save and preview it, as you can see, when you hover over it, it has a smooth transition from 100% size to 110% size, or whatever it is right here. And same transition can be applied to this effect, right, for the shadow, because maybe sometimes you want to have smooth animations, but obviously this is just a preference. Perfect. Let's move on to the next button, which is a zoom in effect plus a gradient shift. So we go into the Go High Level website builder, we click on the button, we check the class animated gradient button, and then we go on the custom CSS and we check the effect. This is a bit more complex. As you can see, you have to copy everything, plus these ones right here. Those are variables that you can change to adjust the effect. As you can see, we have all these classes that you need to copy. Of course, if you have my Notion doc, the tutorial is this one, animated gradient hover effect to a button. The other ones, the little shadow and zoom in, you can find it in here. 31 button CSS effects, hover and click. And as the title says, this tutorial contains 31 effects. Moving on to the next effect, we have a very cool border color changing thing, and yeah, let's try to implement it. We click on it, we check the class, it's called button 5, and if we go on the custom CSS, you can get the effect from here, those two classes. pause the video and copy them. The next effect is this one that changes the text on a button when you hover over it. Maybe you want to display a pricing or something else, and with this effect you can do that. Button 2, so let's see how that one looks. This is the effect, the class, this one, and also these 2, 3 actually, right? You have a lot of classes that you need to copy. This one is in this tutorial with the 31 button effects. The next one is a really cool shimmer effect. This one has the class shimmer effect, of course, and this is the code that you need. Again, a more complex effect that I decided to show you. We have variables here, and you also have the effect. Let me go all the way to the right so you can see everything, so you can copy them, copy the effect, and also the hover and the keyframes for the animation, because this one has an animation, a shiver animation, as you can see right here. This one, if you are curious how to get it from the Notion doc, is this one right here, shimmering button effect on hover. The next effect is a flip effect, something interesting that I decided to add in here, and it's button 3. Let's check it out. As you can see, those are the classes that you need in order to have this effect in your Go High Level website. And since we are here, don't forget to get this button 4 class together with the keyframes. And this one, as the animation says, it's a bounce animation that plays indefinitely, and is this button right here, button 4. And as you can see, we have a really nice and interesting bounce animation for a button. So we have this one, we have the flip animation, the shimmer effect, the text change, the border color change, the gradient switch, the zoom in, the shadow, and the button fill. And the best part of these effects is that you can combine them. So let's say we have this button. We can go on this one, copy button 6, go on this first button that has the amazing button fill, paste the class in here, and as you can see, all of a sudden you combined the effects. So on their own, they might look boring, but you can combine all the effects. So let's say we also want the shadow. As you can see, now we have the button fill, the zoom in, and also the shadow. And you can also add the bounce if you want to. So let's get button 4, let's go here and also paste button 4. And now you have this really interesting button. Imagine you have access to almost 40 such effects, some of them simple, some of them more complex, such as these ones. I also have one that's really cool, like advanced button borders. As you can see in the demo right here, you have these corners that zoom in when you hover over the button. So imagine you combine all these effects or parts of these effects in one button. It will look really cool. I also have these glitched letters on hover, which you can use if you have like a software website or a programming website or something like that. It looks really cool. And of course there are tons of effects in this tutorial right here. So if you are curious to get this Notion doc, as I said, there is a link in the description. And if you're curious to see what are the best effects from this Notion doc, like a showcase or something like that, check out this video.